Good day, welcome back. I trust you enjoyed the previous video. Welcome back for the second video of how to use your Casio FX82 Plus calculator to save time in the examination and also to get to your answers quicker. We are given the function 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus x minus 2. At this point, the learner will start to calculate these values, f of 1, f of minus 1, f of 2, f of minus 2, f of 3, f of minus 3, to see which of these values will then give them a 0 result. Because if there's a 0, then it means that number is a factor of that expression and it will render 0. So they will go to the first one, type into the calculator 2 into 1 cubed plus 5 into 1 squared plus 1 is equal minus 2 is equal to, calculator will give an answer is equal to 6. Then they will calculate for the next one. They will replace all the ones with -1 and they will press equal and the calculator will give them equal to 0. So that means -1 is a factor of that expression. So if -1 is a factor, so knowing that f minus 1 is a factor, that means my result is -1. So if I go one step forward, it would be x plus 1 is equal to 0. So that means x plus 1 is the factor. So if x plus 1 is the factor, I need another factor to give me that result again. So what do I have to multiply with x to get 2x cubed? I will have to multiply 2x squared. What do I have to multiply with -1 to get -2? I need to multiply with -2. Now I need the middle term. Now the middle term will give me this result in the middle here. So if I work with 5x squared, 1 multiply with 2x squared will give me 2x squared. I will need another 3x squared. So 3x squared will be obtained by taking x and multiplying it with this number. So I need another 3x, positive 3x, to get to the factor in the middle. So we test whether this is true for the next one. So 1 multiply with 3x will give me 3x, and x multiplied with -2 is -2x. So 3x minus 2x will give me the positive x I'm looking for. So then I know my values are correct. Now I need to factorize this trinomial. Now how do I factorize a trinomial? I list my factors as 2x times x, and I list my factors as 1 multiplied by 2, but it could also be 2 multiplied with 1. But we first test this one. So 2x times 2 is 4x, and x times 1 gives me x. I need 3x. That's what I need. I need 3x. So that means that one must be negative. That means one of the two of them will have to be negative. And at the back, in order to get my -2, one of the two of them must be negative. So because the 1 is common in both that one and this one, he gets the negative sign. So my factor will be 2x minus 1 into x plus 2. So I have x plus 2 and 2x minus 1 are my other factors. Now if for some reason I would have difficulty calculating these values, then I could have gone over to synthetic division. When I do synthetic division, I only use the numbers of the coefficients of x. That's all I'm using. I'm using the 2, the 5, the +1, and the -2. I only use the numbers. My factor that I had was f of x is equal to -1 gives render 0. So if I divide that numbers by -1, I will get the 0. So the first thing that I do is I take that 2, the first number, and I bring him down as is. Now I say minus 1 multiplied with 2 is minus 2. 5 minus 2 is positive 3. Minus 1 multiplied by 3 is negative 3. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Negative 1 multiplied with negative 2 is positive 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So I put a dot, which means there's no remainder. Remember, I was dividing by x minus 1, so my exponents will be 1 less. So I'll have 2x squared here plus 3x minus 2. Now, that is the other factor that needs to be multiplied by x plus 1. So then I can factorize this by doing the factorization of a trinomial. Now that in itself is a long process. So I go and press mode on my calculator. I choose 3, which is the table, and then I type in the equation as it's given. 2 alpha x cubed 5 alpha x squared plus alpha x minus 2. If I look at the expression, it is correct. I press equal. I don't have another function. Where do I want to start? I want to start at negative 5. Where do I want to end? I want to end at positive 5. I want to do it in steps of 1. So then the calculator displays all the answers to me. And I can scroll down and see, where does this thing render 0? Now I can go up to start at negative 20 and end at 0 and do it in steps of 1. I can start at 0, end at positive 20 and say, but remember, when your calculator screen goes blank for a little while, the calculator is calculating, so don't hit the calculator. It takes a bit of time to calculate. You know how long it took you to calculate when you substituted 1 and then when you substituted 2. Now the calculator is substituting 11 different values in one, so please give it some time to also calculate. Now the calculator says f of minus 2 and f of minus 1 rend 0. So I know those two are factors. Immediately there, I know those two are factors. Now the calculator has given me x plus 1 is a factor and x plus 2 is a factor. Now I only need the last factor. Now, what do I have to multiply with x squared to give me 2x cubed? I will need another 2x. What do I have to multiply with positive 2 to give me negative 2? I will need a minus 1. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2, multiplied with negative 1 will give me the negative 2. X multiplied by x is x squared. X squared multiplied by 2x will give me 2x cubed. So the calculator can help you to get the factors a lot quicker by virtue of a minute to 2 minutes that you have all the factors. If you know how to manipulate your calculator, you can actually score a lot of time. So I trust from here on out, we won't see this ever again, that you had to write out all these to calculate the values of f of 1, f of minus 1, f of 2, f of minus 2. You basically punch it into the calculator will give you the factors. You use one factor, do synthetic division, calculate the other two factors. If the calculator gives you all three, well done to you. Use all three as is. All your marks will be yours. In conclusion, you can try to solve these, try to factorize these and see what you come up with. Right, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, tell your friends. If you loved it, please share your experience with us.